Hello, everyone, and welcome to Educational Wednesday. Today is Measuring Automatic Events. My name is Ron Sherbert. I'm with Marketing for Higher Education. We help colleges, universities, and private high schools increase their enrollments and reduce their marketing costs using tools like Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager, Looker Studio, and others. Today, I want you to think of the one step or the one thing you're going to learn today that's going to build on your measurement muscle and how you're going to improve. And remember, we all start in the same place, and a journey of 1,000 miles that started with one step, and it's the same with your measurement. You build your measurement skills one step at a time. Before we get started, I'm going to go through the framework like we always do, because this is the most important thing in measurement, is having a plan and knowing what you want to measure. We all start off here marketing the blind, and we all want to end up here where we can reliably predict our results for enrollments and decrease in cost. And the measurement framework has 3 steps. And I always want to thank Chris Mercer from measurementmarketing.io, who taught me this framework. And the 3 steps are plan, build, and launch. In the plan section, you have what we call KIA: questions, information, and action. And all we're looking for is the questions we want to answer, the information we need to answer them, and the action we're going to take once we get those answers. In the build stage, we're going to get our results from those questions. We're going to get our traffic, the who, the what, and the why, who's sending us traffic, what type of traffic are they sending us, and why are they sending us that traffic. And then with those things, we start to get a story, and then we get into the launch, where we listen to the story, and we do this with trends and patterns. And then the next one is forecast. Remember, we're always measuring against our forecasted results. And the last one is optimize, where everybody wants to get to. Many people think it's the hardest, but this is where you just have to meet people's expectations. So now let's jump into it. So we're going to talk about using the Google Tag and using Google Tag Manager. And first, I'm going to show you Google Tag. So let's take a look at that. Now, here we are. I'm going to go into my account here. Let's go. We got a demo account, J4 Basic Demo. Let's bring that up. Okay, so that's all the accounts. So here is the home screen, and I'm going to click on Reports. And we're going to click on the real-time report. And this is going to show, where I am, that it's lit up and that it's working. Now, one of the things I want to say about this report is basically not much of a useful report, other than it tells you where you are, that it's kind of working. In Universal, the real-time report was where you debugged, but it's not like that in GA4. And it's not a good place to get reports because everything's difficult. And there's a lot, I wouldn't say difficult, but there's a lot of places to get a lot easier reports without the work that you would need to do it here. So let's go into, I'm going to show you, you're going to come into the admin. And over here is a debug view. And this will show you whether everything's working now and whether it's going into Google Analytics. So the first thing I'd like to do is I'd like to come up to our data stream. And I'm going to click on the enhanced, and I'm going to turn on all these automatic events. And I'm going to save them. So now when we look at all these are being connected and collected automatically. Okay. They are, they're only going to collect the events that are being collected by the G tag. So over here, I have Google Tag Manager, and I have some tags set up, but I'm going to make sure that I pause this tag so nothing can happen here. Okay. And it wouldn't anyways, but just to make sure, we'll come over here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to debug this. You come into debug view, and you need this Chrome add-on right here. It's called GA Debug. Okay. So if you just open up a blank Google page and you put GA debug, it'll be right here. You click on it and you would just add it. As you can see, I already have it, so I don't need it, but you would just add it right there. And now this envelope right here, if you see it like this, it's not on, and I'm going to show you what I mean. So if I bring up the page, the demo site here, and say I click here, click back, click here, click back, and click here. Okay. If I come over here, you're going to see that nothing is coming through. You're going to see some things that came through previously, but nothing is lighting up here. And the reason being is that even though I've installed this, you have to click on it to turn it on. Okay. So now that I've turned it on, if I come back here, click on here, click on here, 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 and I come back here, we should start to see this light up. And there it is. There's the page view, user engagement, another page view. Okay, so you're seeing all my interaction that I did. These are automatic events. Now, when you click on one of these events, the page view, you're going to see that it's got some parameters that are automatically collected. We've done nothing at all. This is GA4 automatically doing all this stuff. It shows us that we're in debug mode. Okay. This is a session ID. This is a session number. It says that I've been on here 10 times. This is telling me to ignore the referrer. And here you have the page locations. So the page locations I was on, this was the home page. If I came out of here and I clicked on one of these and I went to the page location, now you would see it was, please join our email list. Okay. The page referrer is the previous page and the page title. Now, if you notice that if I click on user engagement, it's got a lot of the same parameters, page location, page referrer. But what you notice it has engagement time in milliseconds. And you can see it's got 1,032. So Universal was terrible at telling time. It really couldn't tell time other than through hits. But GA4 is excellent at telling time. So now you have this engagement time and it tells you exactly how long you were on that page. Now, let's go back to the data stream and the automatically collected enhanced events. So it will collect page views, scrolls. Now the scroll, it only collects to the bottom of the page. So it's only 90%. Okay. Outbound clicks, if you've got a link on your website that goes to another website, it'll collect that automatically. It'll collect site search, form interactions, video engagement, and file downloads. Now, a lot of these things we collect with Google Tag Manager. I'm going to show you that in a little while. But first, let's show you scroll on here. Okay. So I'm just going to get out of here. And we're going to go back to the bug view. And if I'm on this page and I scroll all the way to the bottom, we should see a scroll come firing in here. Sometimes you got to light it up here. Okay. There it is. So here's our scroll. And again, you're seeing a lot of the same parameters that you've seen, except you're seeing this one percent scrolled. And when I click on that, it's showing 90%. So while GA4 will collect scroll automatically, it will only collect to the bottom of the page. And if I come to the site and we talked about, the search, if I click in here and I put test, and I hit search. Now, when we come over here, because this is a form field, in the debug view, we're going to see form start, form submit, page view, and view search results. So if I click on the view search results, we're going to see the things that we normally see: the engagement, the debug mode, the sessions, the location. But if you notice, we have a search term and a unique search term. So on this, it's telling you what I searched for. The term was test. This is telling you how many times I use that search term. Once. Okay. And on here, you have the form start and the form submit. Now, the one problem with the form start and the form submit and the forms on this is that sometimes things will make them, any form will trigger it. So it may not be a lead. So if you find out that you're getting too many false leads, then you may want to come over here and you may want to shut off the form interactions. Now, we just showed you what the G tag will collect. Now I'm going to shut all these off. And the only one I can't shut off is the page view. And the way we set up, we use Google Tags Manager. So what we normally do is we have the page view turned, automatically collecting because you can't turn it off. And we have the site search. That's it. Okay. And we'll hit save. So now nothing else would be collected except that page view and the site search. And I'm going to come out of here. Now we're going to look at Google Tag Manager. And Google Tag Manager is powerful because it lets you collect more things. Now, if you're not familiar with Google Tag Manager or your skills aren't there yet, doesn't matter. Just use what you got now in GA4 and just build on it and get better and better. But you can use GA4 and the G tag for now, but as you get more, your measurement muscles grow, you definitely want to become familiar with Google Tag Manager and start using that. And let me show you why. Okay, so let's go take a look. Okay, so here we are at Google Tag Manager. Now, I have the config tag. I'm going to shut off the debugger. Okay. And I have set up a configuration tag along with a page view. Okay. And I had paused them. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to unpause the tag. Okay. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit preview. And I'm going to connect it. And the only thing that you're really going to see is a page view fire. Okay. You see the scroll depth, but that's just what they call a variable, and nothing is firing. So if you come over here and you go to the debug view, okay, all you're going to do is see is the page view and the engagement. Even if I come down here and scroll, because we haven't set up scroll yet, so it's not going to show anything. Okay, so now let's show you how to set up scroll in Google Tag Manager. This is not going to be a Google Tag Manager training, but I do want to show you, the power of Google Tag Manager and why you would want to do scroll here if possible. So let's go here. We're going to go to our tags and we're going to click and we're going to add a new one. Okay. These are our triggers. Scroll, and right here, you're going to hit new. Now, on your first tag, you fire a configuration tag with a page view. Everything after that is a GA4 event. Everything is an event. So I'm going to click on a GA4 event. I'm going to say I want to do it with this J4 configuration in page view. And I'm going to call the event name scroll, just like it was over here. Okay, a lowercase. And I'll take that and I'll copy it and I'll come up here and I'll put GA4 scroll. Okay, that is our tag. And then for a trigger, I'm going to hit this one right here. I'm going to hit that. Okay, and we're going to do scroll depth. Okay, we're going to do vertical. And we are going to do 10, 25, 50, 75, and 90. Okay. And I'm just going to call this scroll. And I would probably name my tag with that too. I would probably put that over here. I'll leave it for now just to show you don't make a difference. So let me save this. Okay. And make sure we have our triggers. Okay. There's our trigger right there. Okay. I got this one, but it's got no tags associated with it, so it doesn't make a difference. So now let's hit preview. Okay. And let's come over here, connect it. And as you can see, I got 2 scroll depths. And when I click on this, I have the tag fired. And if I click on the values, okay, you'll see that it started and we should see, click on this one. And here we go. I want to make sure I got that. So now let's come over here, come on a new one. Okay, here they come. So here's the scroll. I'm going to click on that. Now, as you can notice, what am I missing here? I'm missing the percent scroll because now that you're adding a Google Tag Manager, okay, there's nothing to grab the value. So to build this, you're going to have to put a parameter, a value. So we're going to come to the scroll. We're going to click on this and we're going to put an event parameter. We're going to put in add a new row. And if you remember over here, we had, if you come down here to the original scroll, we had percent scrolled. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put that as a parameter. And I'm going to put the value as the scroll depth threshold. And we're going to save that. So now we're going to get out of here and start all over. And you always want to start over, make sure everything's fresh. And we're going to hit preview again. And now we should see our scroll depths, just like we did. We should see a tag fire, but now we should see the value of 10% because we put that in there, percent scrolled, the event parameters. If we come over here and get out of here, come up to the new ones. Okay, here's our scroll. We got our percent scroll and we got 10. Now, if I come over here and I come all the way down, you're going to see them all here. Okay. That one's 50. That one's 75. If we come over here, we got more scrolls coming in. This one right here should be 50. Well, 50 and 75 because the page is so short that it scrolled too quick. Okay. That's the one bad thing. If they are a page and they do scroll too quick, they will kind of get in. Okay. This one should be 90. If it was a longer page, it wouldn't do that. If that happens, it's not a big deal because most likely you wouldn't want to scroll like that if it wasn't a longer page. You scroll when you want to measure scroll on a certain page. Okay. So now that we have that, you see how Google Tag Manager works, how you can do more with it, and you see how the G tag works. This is Educational Wednesday free content. We try to put out content every Wednesday to help you with your measurement marketing. If you want to subscribe, you can go to mhe.tips/subscribe, or you could also go to marketingforhighereducation/subscribe. And if you have any suggestions for a topic that you want us to cover, you can reach out to us and we'd be more than glad to do that. And if you have any questions about your measurement that you're not sure of and you're just looking to get some guidance or an answer, you can reach me at ron@marketingforhighereducation.com, and either myself or one of the team members will get back to you and answer your question. That's going to wrap up this Educational Wednesday. We will see you next Wednesday. Have a good day, everyone.